I was able to make peace with the Baris and Genoa. I don't actually take as much as I initially intended, but it's fine because I have still my war against the French that I need to focus on. It's basically just me against France and our subject nations because all of our allies have already been peaced out. Kind of unfortunate that Brunswick peaced out, breaking the alliance with me, so that's quite annoying because they are the emperor, and you know, being allied to them was actually quite helpful. So we'll have to see. Relations are not exactly the best, so they might actually join in a coalition against me, which would be quite terrible, but seems very likely. Yeah, so I've just want to show you a big naval battle that we had going on right here. 75 of my ships against 126 French ships, and we absolutely destroyed them. Now, mostly because they only had cogs here, or transport ships, but yeah, that was really fun. So we won that easily, and the peace deal against the Baris is going to come in. Well, I've sent it up today, so it should come in tomorrow, I think. So there it is. We actually lost less men, which is always nice. We've taken 3 provinces only, and got rid of a bunch of claims or cores that the Bari Sultanate had. So yeah, we're actually quite overextended now, so we need to make sure to reduce that as good as possible. I think we're going to start with Rosetta. And yeah, we don't really have any more points, which is very sad, but there's not much I can do about this. Let's start the conversion as quickly as possible, and let's just hope that there's no rebels that will pop up over there. The French managed to besiege quite a lot of my provinces here, which is annoying, but at the very least, I managed to basically lock down everything that they have here in Italy. So that's good, and we still have Provence, but they're kind of protecting that now, which I don't really like all that much. But yeah, I don't know what else I can do at the moment. So we'll get our troops over here. We still have pretty good manpower. Our income is fine. At least our treasury is fine. Our income is not so fine, but it's okay. We'll be able to survive this. The French have no more manpower. They're totally out of manpower, but they still have tons of troops. So we definitely need to be careful about what we do. Also, we have a huge coalition that probably won't fire since there's no big nation in there just yet. But yeah, it's still not great to have. Okay, yeah, all kinds of people are joining in. I just hope that Brunswick doesn't join in. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna have to avoid that. That's one of the few things I really desperately need to avoid. I do not want Brunswick in this. It might even be too late already, but we'll see. So yeah, we have all kinds of missions. Reduce overextension. That might actually be a great idea, but I don't think I will be able to do that anytime soon because we are just lacking the admin points for that. Now, I think if I am fast enough here and just absolutely wreck them, we might be able to destroy them before any reinforcements come. But I'm not too sure. Actually, nope. Nope, they came in to support. We might still be able to win if we get in our reinforcements. Oh my god, it was poorly done. We have more men, but it was poorly done. If I had been able to bring in my reinforcements faster, we might have won, but this was a bad battle. That was a really bad battle. We have, yeah, less morale. We have less, you know, we have this less morale, less discipline, and less tactics, and less numbers as well, and the terrain. So yeah, it's really not looking all too good. But I think we're still gonna fight, even though we're taking heavy casualties. But rolling is sounds actually not that bad. All right, I think we're just gonna let this go because it's just not that good. At least we did stop him from sieging Provence any further. So yeah, I suppose that's that. We are losing heavily from battles. -13. Most of this was actually due to my my allies being really bad, but still, I'm not really winning any battles either. At least not anymore. I was at some point, but yeah, that has kind of turned around. You can siege Moria, you can siege Epirus, you can siege Castoria, you can siege Philippopolis. Just please get my things back as quickly as possible. Obviously, also the French particularists are not particularly useful, sieging all the provinces I have already sieged. They could have spawned here. That would have been much nicer, but oh well. Yeah, you gotta kind of split up, man, because that's not too good. The Razalids are joining into a coalition. So yeah, I only have 40,000 manpower left, so that's really not that much. And these guys are besieging this now. Great. I think I want you to just kind of go to Ancona, heal up for a little bit. You are trying to take my things back. Okay, that's fine. We're only at 3%. Is that... Oh yeah, we're losing. Okay, we desperately need to win a battle. Most desperately. I hope that they're gonna start besiege Wallace. That'd be actually quite nice. In fact, I'm gonna go to Piedmont, and I'll send you to Montferrat, and I'll send you to Navarra, and then hopefully we'll be able to, yeah, defeat them quickly. That's the plan anyway. Now, if we attack them here now, this might actually go in our favor. In fact, I'm gonna send these guys to siege Draguignan, and then we could attack. The problem was that we had to attack into hills, but this time we would be defending in the hills, and if we bring enough numbers, this should actually work in our favor. So we'll send you to Nice, and you should be enough in Cuneo, I hope. It'll take a little of attrition, but that's not that big of a deal. In fact, no, it is kind of a bigger deal, because we don't really have all that much manpower left. So I'll actually put you here, that's fine. Okay, execute some money, that's fine. And you should unsiege some more things. In fact, just split in half so we can do this a little bit faster. This is driving up my war exhaustion unnecessarily. So, yeah, let's get rid of it. If we can, you go there, you go here, you go here, you go here. Thank you. Still, we have a lot of fortresses under lockdown, so I'm actually feeling pretty good about that. We'll get our fleet out, and I would like my war fleet to get in there first. We have a general there as well, and now I want to get everyone in there 15th and 16th of September. Okay, so we'll wait for the trade fleet one more day, and now it should be both 16th. Okay, great. So we have Valerius Gregorius here, and he has won so far, so I'm actually quite feeling quite comfortable that he's going to win another battle as well. Okay, we'll wait for, I guess, maybe one more turn until we attack. We desperately need to win a battle. Okay, they're going somewhere. I don't know where they're going, but we're going to move in. We are going to move in. As soon as this guy arrives, we'll make our way to Provence. Come on. Come on. Hit. Bastard. Come on. Move. Jeez. 80,000 men should easily destroy them. We won another naval battle. And you can just kind of stay in Cuneo. I don't think I really need you. Actually, no. You can stay in Nice. That's fine. That's fine. We'll stay in Nice. Anyone else? You are just unsieging my lands. That's fine. Okay. And we'll destroy these guys. Also, I gotta check if we have enough points to maybe core another province. Not quite yet, because missionaries working there. Okay, well, that's fine. So this should actually be destroyed relatively quickly. This shouldn't really be an issue, but it still is. So these guys are gonna arrive on the 23rd, on the 25th. So I'll force march in there as well. 23rd. Okay, and we won that battle. And I think I'll send you here. That's fine. They actually attacked us. Really nice. I'm glad they did, because then we have another defensive battle that we can win here. One of my provinces, yes, I know that. I just don't have the points to core it all. Okay, so we're going to be winning a little bit of battles. Very nice. This must have been a really good battle, because we had -13. And we're also, obviously, it's helping that we are retaking some of our provinces here, of course. You go here. Actually, you go here, and you go here. Good. You go here, and that's that. Let's get these troops together. In fact, I guess I could still use some of you to unsiege some of these provinces up there. That'd be kind of sweet as well. Yeah, you going. I want you to go there. Perfect. So we'll take that over, and that should then be enough. Now the French still have. Actually, they have less men now. Yeah, we've actually killed quite a few. I like it. Good. Let's see that this battle goes well as well. And then, oh my God, yeah, we're definitely racking up some kills for sure. They have inspirational leader. Now we rolled a 1. Okay, they lost 15,000 infantry. Yeah, so they have almost no cavalry left. So no artillery left. So we're hitting much harder than they ever could. Awesome. So yeah, oh my God, yeah, we totally destroyed them. I hope that they will actually get a little bit of war exhaustion for that. But yeah, I guess we'll find out. We should definitely unsiege Dauphine. In fact, I'm gonna actually send you here. I like that we have this mountain defense. I would really like to kind of grab this actually, because this is another hill fortress that I would like to have. But I think I have to take these 2 provinces first in this war, and I might not really be able to get more than that. But I guess we'll see. Still, we have a little bit of manpower left, so that's fine. And yeah, I just hope that these rebels don't actually take anything over. Good. I have taken over more things. 6 transport ships that I've captured so far. So I'll send them over there because I don't really need them, you know, to fight for me. It's simply not necessary. Let's get you together. And you, I am actually going to send to blockade. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Blockade a little bit, and you might be able to help out. Okay, this is 1 whole legion that I don't exactly know what to do with. I guess I'm just gonna pull you together here in Ragusa, and these 11,000 I'll send up there to unsiege some more of our provinces. Perfect. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking mightily good. Okay, now we just need to get Dauphine back, and then I kind of need to make my way out of there, because yeah, this attrition is not nice. French are seems like they are rebuilding somewhat, but they can't. Lose 40 ducats. Oh my god, the Weeping Sun. Yes, 40 ducats for -2 war exhaustion. That's gonna help us so much. All right, let's totally do that. Amazing. We've taken Dauphine back, so we can make our way here. 15%. Well, I still want to improve some relations. So I think war taxes. I'll cancel it for now, just to see what kind of an impact this has on my economy. If we're still making a plus, then I think it's fine. Okay, we're making still it's a slight plus, but a plus nonetheless. So I'm happy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and destroy these 7,000 men if possible. 15% war score now. There's 5,000 French down here doing all kinds of shenanigans. Okay. Yes. Now, okay, we're taking devious attrition. I think... Who's this guy? This is the 1st Legion. I'll take you. We're a little bit over our commander limit because I got an admiral, but I definitely want you to have a commander so that you don't take attrition here in these provinces. Good. So we're not taking wars. We're still at -3. That could definitely change. And obviously these occupations should stop as well. Now, I'm a little bit annoyed at the fact that he can walk in here, but I cannot. That is not fair. That simply does not seem fair. Alright, you go ahead, and you are already there. Unsiege all of the territories, and then we are pretty much able to peace out, I think. Yeah, so we got that peace, and after this, we definitely have to lay low for a while, just because we already have a huge coalition amassed here. Hungary, Teutonic Order, you know, Distan, Razlutz all joined. Most of the people like Bavaria cannot join due to the fact that we still have a truce for another 10 years. So I hope that the coalition will fade away by then. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways though, I'm gonna quickly stop here and I'll see you guys in a second. So unfortunately our war with France is gonna get a little bit cut short because the coalition has declared war on me, and it's quite a lot of people. We'll have a look at this in a second, but for now I think it's just time to peace out France. Now I'm a little bit annoyed because I kind of brought this whole mess on myself. I would have been able to peace out for a good deal much earlier than I did. However, when I was sitting pretty at the war score, the ticking war score for winning the battles, I got one of my armies stat wiped. It is actually the 2nd Legion again. Yes, this is the 3rd time the 2nd Legion got wiped out, and that was really dumb, and so it prolonged this war for another 3 years, which was completely unnecessary. Anyways though, now we're gonna piece this out. At this point, you know, I was ready to peace out with France, but then they wiped my army, and at this point I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go full ham. I'm gonna go for 100% peace deal. But now, as I said, this is no longer possible because of, well, the huge coalition. Teutonic Order, Hungary, and England, as well as the Razalots and a couple of people over here. I think in general I'm gonna be able to defeat this coalition, but I obviously need to not fight France at the same time. Now, quite unfortunately, Castile decided to declare reconquest on France, but they're getting overrun. So France is probably gonna be able to get some more things from Castile after this war, which is going to be quite unfortunate. But yeah, I'm basically going to get some war operations with them, 400 gold. I will take these two provinces as well as these two provinces, Ancona and Urbino, and I will give some provinces back to Castile just because they're my ally. They've always been quite helpful. So we'll send that command to France, and they should accept. There it is. Yeah, we lost quite a lot of people, but that's just the way it is. We actually lost more than the French. So yeah, manpower and our money situation still looking good, but I don't know for how long, so we'll have to see. We have to core some of our provinces, which I'm actually going to try and do immediately. I'm going to try and core Ancona there. There we are. And I can also send some missionaries. I don't think I'm going to do that immediately. In fact, maybe it's only 7 months. It's not really all that long, so we should be able to do this. The English will actually attack us because this is the coalition. England was actually not in the coalition, but that was, yeah, the Teutonic ally, so that's annoying. And they're immediately, you know, flooding my country here, which I do not like. I do not like this at all. And of course, Ethiopia is dealing with all kinds of other things. So, yeah. Let's get a new general, though, because the other one is kind of done for. So, yeah, we'll do this. We'll obviously have to police stupid Ethiopia again, as always. And I think my war fleet is not really needed at this moment. In fact, I'm going to get some more transports that we've captured. We've captured so many useless transport ships. It's insane. Anyways, though. Yes, England has actually attacked us here. Even though they've taken a -3 penalty, they're still kicking quite a lot of butt, which I do not like. Okay, they're finally, oh my god, yes, 8 against the 0, finally. This general is just amazing. Yeah, 5-2 against the 2-2. I think we still win this battle, though. Yes, it's just, oh my god, a 9 against the 0, we might not win it. If we get a better roll in the next... Okay, 8 against the 9. They're rolling awful amount of 9s here, which I don't like, but yeah. So let's move over here. Seems like we definitely have to go over to defend our territory here. Actually, gonna give you this general, and yeah, we desperately need to defend our home. Desperately. Okay, now the French actually have some separatists, so I managed to really beat down on them for quite some time. But yeah, that's obviously kind of unfortunate that Castile declared this war, because they're not gonna get anything out of it. They're probably just gonna get everything. You know, they're gonna lose provinces, which is quite sad. I want them to do well because they're Palaiologos. But oh well. Let's just see how we can get out of this mess. I'm actually not too concerned, as I said, because, you know, they're more difficult battles. Can you not? Apparently I cannot go there. I would rather not attack in mountains, if I'm being honest here. Can you move? Can you move? 2nd of March. You are gonna move on the 2nd of March. We're gonna arrive on the 9th. Okay, let's just go there. And yeah, make sure that we relieve our forces. I think the 3rd Legion, I'm gonna actually, yeah, stick here into Mantua. And we'll just smash whatever this is. And we'll liberate our country. Okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead and stack wipe a couple of forces. That's probably the best course of action right now. Have we 2 siege general? We have. So I think we should actually siege this fortress real quick, because it's a mountain fortress and it's kind of in the way. Who else? Who can I separate peace? Only England. Nobody else. Alright, that's fine. If the British come over with their fleet, we're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a very nice party. That's gonna be fun. Okay. So I suppose I think they might try to besiege some of my provinces here. Okay, it's not gonna go too well for them. I can tell you that much. Alright, so we have 2 fortresses. This fortress I don't need. Yeah, so it's a level 6 fort, to be fair, but I don't want it. So let's get rid of it. Constantinople should hold for a while. Obviously this is gonna get overrun unless I do something about it. But I'm still kind of busy down here. Because Ethiopia is just so useless. Really, they're just kind of a burden, to be quite honest. I don't really want to have them around. Alright, so, this is gonna go quite well, I think. I hope that they will try and attempt to siege some of our mountainous fortresses. Because that's not gonna go too well for them. And then I need you to mothball so I can get you together. There we are. Tons of transport ships. Holy shit. Half of this I captured. Kind of insane. Okay. Yeah, things are looking good though. We're actually being besieged here as well. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. And we did lose Brunswick as our ally, which is kind of sad. Because they could have helped us out in this. Quite a lot. Okay, we do have an... Oh my god, yes! We did take a fortress here in Skopje. That's actually really good. A Highland Fortress level 6 from the French. I like that. This position is good as well. So yeah, I'm actually quite happy we have this. It's not the perfect ideal position, but it's good enough for this war. So I'll take it. So they're shifting over. I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to do, but they're trying to do something. And yeah, poor Castilians. They thought I was going to absolutely crush the French, and I did mean to do it. But it didn't work out as planned. Okay. You should split in half, siege down these provinces, and then we'll have to clean up this mess. But that will be in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.